Hey Tri-State, sorry we're a couple minutes late. We had some technical difficulties. Welcome to our Facebook Live broadcast. We're here in Joplin today with Mike. If you are driving, we ask that you wait till you're stopped and the video will be available for you to see. But we have some really big news to hear from Mike, and so I'll let him take it away.
Thanks a lot, Riley. We are here in Joplin. As you can probably see in the window in the background, we're in the middle of a big thunderstorm. So if we lose power or something like that, we're probably okay. But this is a live broadcast. I just want to take a couple of minutes to recap some of the things that most of you have already heard about in relations to for company driver pay raises coming in. And then with Driver Appreciation Month for the month of September, we want to talk about some things that are coming in specifically for the month of September. In the last couple of weeks, Chris Stevens met with you about 2 weeks ago to talk about some of the Qualcomm changes. Some of those Qualcomm changes should have already happened, and hopefully all of you guys are noticing a dramatic decrease in the volume of your Qualcomm messaging. You know, if there's still some issues and things that we'll certainly want to work out, you know, keep sending us those comments and those thoughts of what we can do to improve the Qualcomm processes, but we're well going forward on that. Russ mentioned about a month ago we had our first driver council where a bunch of drivers came in with office personnel to talk about just some changes we need to do to make the company better. And you know, the two main things, you know, that we felt like we wanted to address was the Qualcomm issue, and then secondarily we wanted to address some compensation, you know, issues. So Russ has talked about this, and others have mentioned it, but effective September 3rd, all of our over-the-road company drivers will see a pay raise. For company teams, you're going to get your performance bonus will be paid on all miles, and where before it was just paid on loaded miles. So getting that performance bonus on all miles, your empty miles as well, should be about a 25% or so, you know, raise to you on your performance bonus. Depending on where you are on the performance bonus schedule, it should be anywhere from 1.5% to about 6% raise for you annually. Our solo fleet, our solo drivers, each of you will receive a 2 cents per mile base adjustment on your pay. So all solo drivers will be paid at least 47 to 52 cents per mile plus your performance bonus on top of that. And then if there's any drum drivers on here, I think Gary McCandless has reached out to each of you and talked to you about a pay raise that each of you are getting as well. One of the big things, though, that we've been working on and want to share with you right now, in anticipation of Driver Appreciation Month, we're going to go ahead and announce it now, even though we haven't quite worked out all the details of it. Is we're going to have a significant retention bonus tied to your anniversary date, okay, or your anniversary hire date. Essentially what this is going to do is we're going to pay a bonus of 4 cents on all miles that you've driven in the previous 12 months to your anniversary date. So if you're a team driver and you've done 150,000 miles in your previous 12 months of your anniversary date or month, we're still working out those details, essentially you're going to be paid $6,000 bonus per driver. So if you're a husband-wife team, you'll get $12,000 total bonus on or around your anniversary month. So that's a pretty significant bonus that'll be coming to each of our drivers. You know, there. If you're a solo driver, you will be eligible for that. If you're a company over-the-road driver team, you'll be eligible for that. If you're a drum driver, you'll be eligible for that. The only exception to that right now is that if you're currently still on the R&R pay plan, and I think we have about 15 drivers that are still on the R&R pay plan, this is a tri-state pay plan bonus, and so it's contact Vonda or I if you are on the R&R pay plan, and we can discuss with you, and potentially how that would work for you guys. So that is a huge, significant thing, and we really believe that it'll give our drivers an opportunity to do life-changing things. Money isn't everything, and we understand that there's many things that drive reasons why somebody leave the company or somebody stays with the company. Respect being first and foremost, and hopefully you feel like that we're doing things that will show the respect that we have for each of you individually and as drivers. But obviously, compensation is a big piece of that respect, and we're excited about what this bonus will mean for each of you individually and for your families. Um, I'll take a break here. Do we have any questions or comments that we want to address?
Do owner ops get the anniversary bonus?
Yeah, good question. This is for company over-the-road drivers only, so owner-operators would not currently, be eligible for that. We've seen a pretty dramatic increase in our owner-operator revenue, throughout the past 12 months. So we feel like our owner-operators are in a pretty good situation financially. We'll continue to monitor that, and if somehow our owner-operator revenues start dropping, then obviously, we'll need to address that as well. But right now, this is for company over-the-road drivers. Okay. Okay. So that's a big thing that we wanted to let everybody know about. This was going to be effective January of 2019. So we'll start paying this new bonus out in 2019. Okay. In the meantime, all of our company drivers, currently, participate in a seniority or a longevity bonus, and that will continue in place. So all drivers in September, October, November, December that are eligible for the seniority bonus, you'll continue to get that bonus. In January, all drivers that are eligible for this, annual retention bonus in January, the seniority bonus or longevity bonus will go away, and it will be replaced by this much more significant and larger retention bonus. So we wanted to make sure everybody is clear on that. And then each month, as you have your anniversary, come up, then each of you will be eligible and participate in this bonus based on the previous 12 months total mileage. This addresses one of the things that came up in the driver council. We were asked, hey, what incentive is there for, as a company driver to run more miles? And you do get incentivized on your performance bonus, obviously, to run more miles. But the accumulation of more miles, whether you go from 2,500 miles to 3,500 miles, each week is pretty significant, on the annual bonus at the end of the year. Based on the miles, that we currently run, we anticipate most of our company teams to get somewhere in the $6,000-7,000 per driver range, each year for this. Any other questions or comments?
Yes, Jesse Dennis Gould wants to know, when will they get details in writing?
When we figure out the specific details, you'll get the details in writing. We have our legal department that's working out all these things. Really, the big hang up that we have, and we've been discussing this bonus program for a couple of months internally, but we want to be really transparent in all the information and details to you. And so we're trying to figure out a way through our computer systems that we can show how on your pay stubs and well, we have a couple of other channels that we'll talk about, including a new mobile driver app that we're working on. But we want to be able to show how this bonus is accruing, on a week by week basis. That once you're eligible on your anniversary, would potentially be paid out to you. So we have some technical things that we're still working out on this. But like I said, it's not going to launch until 2019 anyway, so we're about 4 months away. So that gives us a couple of months to work out those specific details, but we're comfortable and prepared in a broad sense to let you know it's going to be based on your anniversary month or your anniversary date, and then it'll go back the prior 12 months of all the mileage that you've run during that time period.
Jose Cruz wants to know, do they have to sign up for another 12 months?
Jose, good to see you. I'm not sure what you mean by sign up for another 12 months. No, I mean if you're with us on your anniversary date and throughout your career, you're essentially automatically enrolled into this program. So it is based on mileage that you ran the previous 12 months, not on future 12 months. So this is called the retention bonus. So our hope is that financially, and obviously, home time and respect and all of those things, we're putting our drivers in a position where they can build a long time and long-term career with us, and hopefully provide a great living for you and your family.
A second part to Jose's question that he just submitted, he said, "Is it going to be a lump sum?"
Yes. So a couple of pieces to this. This will be one lump sum payment. That again, we're still working on the specific details on, but it'll be sometime immediately after your anniversary date or month or whatever. In a lump sum. We discussed breaking it up in 3 month chunks or 6 month chunks. Our drivers get paid pretty well on a week to week basis, but I understand. I mean, your week to week paychecks, go to providing for your families and mortgages and car payments, and it just gets spent, and it's hard oftentimes for you, us, many of us to put aside money, for something significant, and so we felt like this served a couple of purposes. Frankly, it does help inspire longevity, hopefully, but it also gives an opportunity for our drivers to have significant opportunities each year to put down this is house payment money, down payment on a house money, a new car. Some of you obviously have college age kids, so to help out with tuition, but instead of not that $1,000 bonus is insignificant, but there's things you can do with $1,000 bonus that you can't do with a $10,000 bonus. There's things you can do with a $10,000 bonus that you can't do with a $1,000 bonus. And so we want this to be something that you can look forward to, you can plan, you can budget, but more importantly, it can be something significant to you and your family. Okay. So moving on. If you have other questions about this, please reach out to me. Reach out to your driver manager. They've been given information and details on this. We will have this documented in a way that you can see it, read it, and so forth. But it may be another 30, 60 days type thing, before we have all of that prepared for you. Moving on, there's a couple of other things that I want to share with you. That's going to be pretty significant, for all of our drivers. We are in a position, and John Wilbur has been pushing for this for a long time, that we are going to be able to provide 100% company-paid health insurance plan. Currently, we have an insurance plan where our drivers, our employees, are covered, but it's just their employees. We're prepared to discuss the specifics where we will be covering on a basic health plan or basic health rates, employees and family. And we're going to invite Cheryl from HR, to give more details about that in a couple of weeks here. So stay tuned on the information from that, because I mean that's a significant benefit, to all of our company drivers as well. Let me just kind of give you a schedule of what we anticipate, the Tri-State Lives, talking about in the coming weeks. Next week is the first week of September. We're going to have Cheryl from HR talking about the 100% paid insurance program that we're going to be able to share with you. The second week of September, we're going to introduce to you a new role here in the company. Her name is Jeanette Denton, and she's agreed to take on the position of being a driver ambassador. Probably saw the huge lightning, bolt in the background there. So Jeanette Denton, and you're going to get more information about this, will be essentially a driver advocate, driver liaison, whatever term you want to use. Between each of you, whether you're an owner operator or a company driver, and any issues that you have on the road. Okay, so she has significant experience in the tri-state. She's been with us, I think, about 25 years. She's been a terminal manager. She's been in operations. She's been, in just about every asset of the business. So she understands, what your challenges are and how to get things done internally here in the company. I'd introduce you, today, but we're going to make that announcement effective September 4th on Tuesday, because she's on vacation here the next couple of days. So check your email, check your Qualcomm, and then we'll get her involved here in Facebook Live once she gets a chance to get settled in, where she can introduce herself as well. That's one of the significant things also that came out of the driver council that we really needed, that driver advocate role. And we're excited to have Jeanette in place and for each of you to get a chance to know her better as well. The week after that, we're going to introduce you to Jeff Swenson. We tried to do this broadcast in our new Legacy Lodge. It is 99% done, and it is amazing. We've had a couple of lunches the last couple of days to just kind of make sure everything works and test out various things. And some of you drivers have had a chance to go in and inspect the property and walk around it a bit. We're really excited about it. This is an homage to each of you drivers. I mean, it's you guys have a tough job out on the road. We get it. You're not going to see Joplin often, but when you do come into Joplin, we want you to have a comfortable place where you can feel proud of and have an opportunity to just kind of unwind and relax, whether it's for an hour or two, or hopefully not much more than 24 hours, type of thing. But it's just it's a place that we're building out of respect for each of you, and hopefully you'll feel and value that. And then finally, the last week of September, in recognition of Driver Appreciation Month, we're going to invite John Wilbur, CEO, once again to kind of recap, many of the things we've done over the past 4, 5, 6 weeks at that time. Any questions, comments?
When are you going to announce who won the miles contest?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. Let me get with Chris Hauer and Christina. It's operations that's been administrating that, and let me get with Chris Hauer on that, and we'll get that announced ASAP. I think that runs through the end of August, so that should be through tomorrow. So I'll find out. Okay. Any other questions? Please let us know. Email me. Call me. Your DM will have many answers to questions as well. In a week or two, Jeanette Denton, will have a lot of answers for you. But we're really grateful for each of you, and I hope you guys feel that, and through our actions and words and deeds, and through your paycheck, because each of you deserve it. But yeah, grateful to be a part of this. Grateful to be a part of this company. And look forward to talking to each of you at a later time.
All right, so thank you for joining Tri-State, and we'll see you next Friday. Today was special, but we will still have it on Friday. So next Friday at 1, we'll see ya.
Thanks.
Bye.